Michael, thanks so much for joining us. Let me ask first about your loan growth in the German unit. Have you been lending more during the pandemic, or have you throttled it back?
Good morning, and thanks for having me in your show. Indeed, I mean, if you look at what's going on currently, then this is an unprecedented event. One has literally stopped the heartbeat of the German economy, or one could say of the European economy. That's why that's our job. We are there to help and support our corporate clients to get the needed liquidity. Already before the crisis, we had one of the largest promotional loan teams in the private banking sector on the ground. Currently, we are processing more than 7,000 applications and try to help the real economy to get the liquidity facilities.
Michael, good morning. So can you tell us how much more are you lending then? Any kind of figures around that?
Yeah, good morning. As I said, we are out there to support these corporate clients here in Germany across all industries and across all sizes. It's not only the big ones you just mentioned, although also the mid caps, the smaller ones across all industries, and that's what we are currently doing. It is the role of our bank to stand close to the corporate clients and to advise them. As said, we have 7,000 applications already processed. We have dispersed already quite sizable amount to corporate clients to facilitate the current situation.
So I suppose you don't want to give us a number as far as lending. I mean, I still can't gauge by your answers if your lending has increased or if you've restricted lending, but I suppose we can move on. What is client activity like at the moment? Are companies drawing down credit lines still, or have you seen a turnaround in that?
Given the current situation, and you see that the economy is reopening step by step, but I think it's fair to say that it is too early to say of what that all means for the clients, for the corporates, for the economy, and also for the consumer sentiment. So still we see an increase in applications, we see an increase in demand for the promotional loan business, and I think that will take a while till we have a clue of what is going on with the pandemic.
Yeah, Michael, do you have much visibility around loan loss provisioning then at the moment? And if you don't have much visibility, what are the thoughts that are going through your head as to the sizes, the way to establish, the way to calculate the size of those loan loss provisions in Q2 and Q3?
Yeah, good point, and thanks for the question. I mean, our own research is predicting a 10% drop in German GDP. First quarter was still quite a good one, also for all the corporates, given that the January and February was still in a good shape. Too early to predict what that means in concrete loan loss provisions, because we see the real hit in the second and in the third quarter of this year. So at this point, too early to say what that real means in real numbers.
Are there any? Are there sectors right now that you're just not working with, Michael? For example, airlines or travel. Are you working in those sectors? Is there any that you would stay away from?
We are engaged, given that our franchise was already engaged with all these industries before the crisis. And given that the KfW requires that the house bank is the first to contact, so we are in contact with all these industries, also tourism, also the other ones. There's no industry which we exclude currently, and it would be the wrong signal in now refraining from certain industries.